Good day. I am Keno Cabaron, and we're going to talk about the progress report. So, what is a progress report? A progress report is a type of document that updates stakeholders or clients about the status or the health of a certain project or certain objectives that must be obtained. So, the details of this one has uh, what has been done, what has been finished. Second one is what is currently in progress, and the third is what is the future plans or what remains to be done. Well, that is a progress reports. It informs people or clients or people that in the higher ups about the status of a certain thing or a project. So now let's talk about the the types of progress reports. So there are a lot of types of progress reports, but there are three common types of progress reports. These are memo, letter or email, and a formal report. So let's talk about the memo first. Memo is a short, semi formal report for internal use, and it is used within the same organization only. So when we're talking about progress report as a memo, it should be in the same team members only. Outsiders should not have the kind of information that you've put in a progress report in a memo type of progress report. Second is letter or email. It is also a short, a semi-formal as well report that can be used for both internal and external communications. So the difference between memo and email is that memo is limited to the same team members, and letter is a it could be external or internal of usage. And lastly is a formal report. So when we say formal report, it has to be longer, it has to be formal, it has to be a lot more detailed, and it is often used for external audiences or the client that would receive the progress report become would be a higher ups or people who are leading, could be stakeholders or a client. So how often do we make a progress report, or how frequent do we do it? How frequent can we use it? So you can make a progress report daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or even annually created. So you can use progress report to any extent of time. So of course, daily progress, weekly is about short updates for a fast-paced, but of course in a detailed way of presenting informations and the progress of the certain project or task. When it comes to monthly and quarterly and even annually, it is about the longer projects. So it talks about months and months or even years of a project. So it could be a building, for example, building of a tall skyscraper, something like that. So it takes months, it takes years, take quarterly progress reports to be presented as always in those things. So since my group members have already presented the parts and what should be written in in a typical or a common progress report, what I'm gonna present is the do's and don'ts in making a progress report. So let's get started. So first is the do's. Start with that one. First do is do use clear headings and bullet points. When it comes to making or writing a progress report, utilize uh, making bold headings and, of course, using bulleted lists for easier digestions of the reader or the recipient. The second do's is to do use visual like charts and graphs. So visuals can convey progress and information quickly. So you have to utilize in creating those in example for using diagrams or charts in providing a lot more information. So yes, so it's a lot easier when you have a chart rather than just raw numbers in a table. So yeah, you can really see the difference. The third do is a do maintain a consistent format. When you're making a progress report, it is essential to make a progress report that has the same template every time. And you can use this especially when you're doing a daily progress report or weekly. So using this has a factor which is the probability and familiarity to the reader or to the receiver of the report, and it makes the your report and the information inside it easily digested. Fourth do is do be concise and to the point. um, Getting straight to the facts in writing a progress report is a sign of respecting your reader's time. We do not know how busy our reader is or our client is. So by doing so, by doing the conciseness and the shortness and being straight to the point, you're actually showing empathy towards the the business of your reader. Our fifth do is to do offer solutions, not just problems. So in writing a progress report, there's a section in the paper where you can write the challenges, roadblocks, and the issues that you have faced. So in writing that one, you are um, you are considered that when writing a challenge, you are expected to write a solution or an intervention towards it. So you're not just there to just keep on providing problems, but also to provide or offer some solutions. So now let's go towards our don'ts. So first don'ts is don't hide bad news. So just like in a relationship, progress reports is keeping us from hiding things, especially the bad ones. So uh, do not hide bad news. Be transparent. Show transparency. By doing this, you can notify the higher ups or the clients about specific problems that you're facing, and it gives them the idea that they have to find a solution or an intervention about their problem. It gives them time to think rather than getting caught up in the moment. Because when doing projects or tasks, um, especially the long-term ones, surprises at that point aren't really good. So it in writing a progress report, stay informed. Second don't is Don't use jargon or acronyms without explaining them. For example, you are talking about the research paper, and what you've written there is the expected date on what time the research paper will be done is TBD, is on TBD, or in uppercase. So it means that to be determined. So you have to consider your reader or your client or the receiver of your report, because not everyone understands every language. There's a lot of language from different cultures, and not everyone speaks your project's language. So you have to keep it accessible by keep making the words formal and universal. Next don't make it overly long. If it's too long, it won't get read. Yes, that's simple. Having a long progress report is, it takes time. And for example, what do we see when, or what do we hear when we're watching a news on TV? Yes, they automatically answer the who, what, where, why, when. They always get straight to the point, and by doing that, it shortens the time for it to be digested. Doesn't take a lot of time. So what I've said earlier, that you have to respect the time of your reader. So keep it short, keep on keep it concise, and yes, it will help your progress report a lot. Um, Another one is, uh, don't assign blame. You do not assign blame. In making a progress report or in writing one, you focus on the issue and the solution, not who caused it. So you're not gonna write a progress report and go tell on someone. You're not gonna tell someone what they did or what they did for this to happen. You do not do that. You're forbidden to do that. In making a progress report, you have to keep it and to be maintained it into a professional tone. So stay professional. You focus on the issue and especially the solution. So those are the things that I think you must know about a progress report or in writing one. So I hope you have a good time, and I hope that you understand what I've been saying for this few minutes. So thank you so much for your time. God bless you.